Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere move. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback will audible. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try it over the left side. Makes one man miss. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Direct snap. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're bringing heat. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely easy.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. He makes the connection. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get them a shot.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. tackled after picking up the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, TCU 3, Texas 0.
Quick toss. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and
Going over the top. He's got it inside the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Penn State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
you know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job of chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Brings up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The aerial assault continues. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The Horned Frogs get enough for the first down. The metrics tell you so. Ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. From the gun, running back on the move. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosion. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on 2nd down from the 14. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Hits the spin cycle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. And the returner will be dragged down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, getting the sack.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. Got a man in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the ball is intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Texas offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Toss to the left. The spin, still on his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 4 over. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the catch and knocked down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Getting some heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's right on target. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Day of the drive coming up. He's back to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. And I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to it. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it looking for a first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Quarterback keeper. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
We got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
He's got him this time, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Got his man quickly. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third.
Texas 21, TCU 12.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go. Here. Dino.
They keep attacking through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gonna take a shot. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 12.
Fair catch called for and made. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On second down, he'll fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You just get the downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He is
to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The give to the back. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 7 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 25 over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. Good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
It's pretty amazing at this point in the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
At the 34. Brings up third down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And they fail to hook up on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. And his throw is incomplete.
Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he's looking downfield. On the run, fires downfield. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
36, TCU.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out.